You are watching Liberty Online TV.
This is Liberty Online TV powered by Orange Sierra Leone.
Orange.
The world dey move fast, especially in the social media space. Every second, plenty things dey happen, but wetin actually you dey look for? Interesting story dem dey na the social media wey dey shape your life. So, not wetin dey happen na the problem, but how e dey affect you. Welcome to Trends. Also, we dey bring you the real story dem behind the social media noise. From technology wey don take over the office dem to things dem wey dey happen to we every day. We dey dig deep, ask the hard question dem but then story here. Join the conversation every Saturday 10 to 11 o'clock na morning na all Liberty Online TV platform dem.
For the news we dey around, log into Liberty TV Online. Positively we bring the change. They get the masses involved. Staffs them everywhere, everywhere. We climb the mountain just to get the news. We go down the slums to get the views. Hi yeah, hey, voices come. Hi yeah, hey. Credibility, now we ability news, give you the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, girl picking, there's a get the power. He count on me, he count on me anyhow. Give you the news, give you the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, girl picking, there's a get the power. Follow me, count on me anyhow. Liberty we ride, like a nigga we fly. Liberty TV day before. We climb the mountain just to get the news. We go down the slums to get the views. Hi yeah. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, girl picking, there's a get the power. He count on me, he count on me anyhow. Give the news, give the view, the tell you want some. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, girl picking, there's a get the power. He call on me, count on me anyhow. Speak free and fearless, inclusive journalism. Speak free and fearless, inclusive journalism. For the news we dey around, log into Liberty TV Online. Positively we bring the change. They get the masses involved. Staffs them everywhere, everywhere. We climb the mountain just to get the news. We go down the slums to get the views. Hi yeah, hey, voices come. Hi yeah, hey. Credibility, now we ability news, give you the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, them all. issues them.
Good morning, guys, and welcome to another edition of the Breakfast Show, where they come to you live from Liberty TV, where they stream on Facebook, YouTube, and also now we website where they powered by Orange. We will bring this edition come to you Tuesday morning. My name is Khadija Bangura.
And me and good morning. Today na Tuesday, the 28th day of July 2026. Inside this edition of the Breakfast Show, we will continue the conversation we get for do with the 2025 Constitutional Amendments Bill. Today we know say we members of Parliament get for debates and votes. Which part then go get for do go? We go know in this edition of the program. What are the processes and procedures them for the members of Parliament? Go through this process today. We get for know. You say for they watch the show, get for call at some points for tell we wait till you understand but the whole thing where they happen today na Parliament and waiting na you message to you member of Parliament. Waiting you feel say na your own interest when are the nation in interest. You go share with you in this edition of the program. So you member of Parliament where they go 10 o'clock today, then go for the Parliament for look at this most important document for the country. So we want the conversation for continue. We also go for the concerns where they around this whole bill. Usai and decide them where people expect say the members of Parliament for use this opportunity for fix for the nation. You go know inside this edition of the show.
All right, today na very important day in the history of Sierra Leone as we MP them they start for debate the Constitutional Amendments Bill of 2025. If you not remember, this conversation don't begin where the Attorney General and Minister of Justice been go table this particular bill in Parliament. It don't go through committee stage, like you say the pre-leg, and people like the Unity Party, ILRAJ, Lawyer Society, Interreligious Council, Human Rights Commission, they don't send position paper, but from some of the things them where they feel say the proposal not address the things then where they want for see inside the new amended constitution of 2025. So today they can begin the conversation as members of Parliament and they start the process this morning. As we all know, yesterday we get another conversation on that. We get Lawyer Society where we don't issue a position paper, and if people can remember the last time where the country be make attempt for amend the constitution na 2013 through the Constitution of Sierra Leone Amendment Act of 2013. This will make the country being get a new constitution amendment bill where they currently they now on the way, and member of Parliament them today they begin for debate. This particular bill gets some reform out of the tripartite committee where the APC and the government been go sit down after the 2023 election, and some of their reforms there are through Parliament for go and then suppose for amend the constitution. Well, we can look at the processes and procedures where Parliament for use for amend the constitution, and for can take with through them process and procedure, then we get the former member of Parliament and also a former clerk of Parliament where now Honorable Umar Parantawali, but now in the Secretary General of the ruling SLPP. But you know where the hats this morning. This morning, he wear the hat of a former member of parliament, he wear the hat of a former clerk, we don't lead the administrative wing of parliament, and under in tenure, they don't pass important bill. Good morning, Honorable.
Good morning, Liberty TV, and happy for the year today, particularly where they are as a former member of parliament and the former clerk of parliament.
All right, and also somebody in voice, we don't be vocal from all this conversation start say the country want for amend the 1991 constitution, for adopt reforms that will come out from the tripartite committee, and one person will in party been set a position paper na parliament. We get Madam Femi Glorious School. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you very much for inviting me.
All right, and also later on na the program, hopefully we will get the Attorney General and Minister of Justice and una serve the people why a reform una, because they can say a good constitution na una the citizen then they inform them. What do you understand about the process? What do you want you MP today when they begin for debates? What if for look out for? Then for put country first, then for put them political party interest, then first tell we where we open the phone line as one for a reform una. When they start the conversation, they go straight to the former member of parliament and former clerk when Honorable Umar Parantawali. Firstly, where then they say a constitutional amendment bill. Like I say, 2013, nine last the country amend the 1991 constitution under the former president Anes Baikoma in tenure and it been signed. When then they say a constitutional amendment bill, Honorable, what in exactly that they mean?
Thank you very much. If you sit down, they listen to me and they watch me. Today is a very important day in the history of this country. Important because for more than 20 years, we don't talk about amending the constitution where they may write in 1991. And this constitution don't go through times, it don't go through legal test, political test, and any constitution of the world, as times then they move on, instead for the move within times then. So we get a lot of provisions inside the constitution we currently need for be considered so that we bring them in line with modern day reality. And this process of amending this constitution not just start now. We all came be aware, say, in 1999, we've been go Lomé, or sign the Lomé Peace Accord. And when they bring that accord to Parliament, on the way to call the Lomé Peace Accord Ratification Act, when an act where Parliament been passed, for give force to the Lomé Peace Accord, one clear provision inside that act, now that will for amend with constitution. So the process been done start from 1999, where the Lomé Peace Accord been say we for amend with constitution. Fast forward, the TRC also recommend an amendment to the constitution for capture a whole lot of issues, including issues on women's rights, issues on women's equality, issues on women's participation in governance, in economy, in social life, etc. So all of them discussions here done there for years. And as a nation, we go to do we serve and the picking the whole born disservice if we not try for lay this particular constitutional amendment to rest. Because for 20 years, you the power and great, you know, they don't have. So it behold we as citizens for make sure so we're able to do this constitution. Today, Parliament go look at this constitution. And by the way, this not to the constitution and they look at in its entirety. Now, some of the provisions then they look at. And by my estimation, I know the Parliament get for the look at them bit by bit until they don't review every aspect of them. We as a nation feel safe for be reviewed. So for a start, the Attorney General and Minister of Justice, when I get the responsibility, been done draft the Amendment Act They don't gazette them. They may not send them to Parliament. In fact, they may not do the first reading. Okay? And during the first reading, now just the title, we call it the piloting of the bill. In other words, the minister, they only go to the Parliament, they read the title of the bill and waiting the bill seek for address. Thereafter, no debate, not they take place. So, they be not do that, and therefore the bill properly they before Parliament now, and Parliament they continue for consider them. So if you ask me what it mean for amend the Constitution, it means say Section 108 of this present Constitution will get. That's alone say anytime we feel say we want change something at the Constitution. The exact word of the Constitution uses is alter. Anytime we want change anything at the Constitution, we forgo to the provision of Section 108, when I clearly outline how would they change the Constitution. And once we don't look at 108, we don't follow her stricto sensu, line by line, provision by provision, we can now change the laws in the Constitution. But if I forgo depth, I know someone I go get for ask me, I go come analyze what 108 say, and waiting at the twin track approach, and how Parliament go through for make sure so the Constitution is amended. But every Constitution for make we change them, it means we'll get for do a new bill, what they call a constitutional amendment bill, Gazette and send it to Parliament. So before this nation today, we have the 1991 Constitutional Amendment Bill, when in Parliament go look at today into depth.
We definitely go for each day for you can take with through the different processes that we involve, especially for this day we will look at today. But let we get idea of the kind of conversation we can happen between the parties in a parliament, because we all know say you can get the ruling, the opposition, and the paramount chiefs themselves working in a parliament. Prior to this particular important day, what kind of conversation can they happen? People can they speculate, say, now the party interest, then they can put first. Some people again, they think like, say, if for be a national picture, think of the nation. What kind of conversation then can they happen for ladies they also come into action?
Thank you very much, Mabel. Okay, so a constitution, not a political party document.
But
every political party gets in your own constitution, they govern in internal processes. So say the Constitution of Sierra Leone will mean that law, the biggest law where they govern with actions as a nation. Now, it will mean. So this is not a political party thing. This is a national thing. So each and every political party for take that cap, that political party cap, that green cap, that red cap, that yellow cap, that blue cap, overtake them, fan wardrobe, or keep them for now.
Now that's not the way you been in a parliament.
The cap for wear, now the green, white, and blue cap. Now for wear today and going forward. So now in Parliament, like what you ask me, what thing then they do? Me now be an administrator. So okay, so before I become an administrator, I was a member of Parliament. A member say, well, there's a member of Parliament. We've been do 2 amendments, but the most critical one now on Section 79 and Section 80 of the Constitution will change how they elect speaker and would that qualify for be speaker and deputy speaker. So it been come in form of a constitutional instrument too. And at that time, it be interest you for note say will not be look at national will not be take a national telescope and look at why would we change this law. We basically changed that law by then because we wanted a political system with a favor by then the ruling party in Parliament, which was the APC. So, me go urge each and every MP this morning for take all them cap, then lock them in a closet, and take the green, white, and blue cap, put her on, because this constitution is not for the SLPP, it's not for the SPC, it's not for any other political party. It's basically for the people of Sierra Leone. That common man, we don't even know it in a call constitution. We only go to map that treat and talk, say, me the law go support me. That for that person the law day. So as a parliament, this morning I expect say each and every member of parliament for look at this constitution with a lens of a national spectrum and make sure say them pass a law where they stand the test of time in this country. We'll not get the opportunity, we'll not get the leverage for the amend constitution at any one point in time. Because for amend constitution, where I go soon can delve into 108, you go see a lengthy and tedious process. So even the MPs then, they not get the luxury of time, you know, they're not happy for amend
This
constitution.
genuine call where you sing for the members of parliament for ensure city they not put on the green or the red hat them, but look at the broader picture as a nation. Did you have this kind of conversation with SLPP members of parliament prior to this day?
Okay, so make I just say this. You know, say after we the issue of the chief electoral commissioner in appointment come, there was some issue. The moral guarantors then come, you know, they had some lengthy conversations. At the end of the day, one resolution have been that, you know, the parties for sit together and talk. I remember say I attend 2 or 3 meetings on behalf of SLPP for talk around this constitution. It just be unfortunate that I not be see other parties may not be happy about, because when I remember the last time I kind of talk, say whatever they touch this country politically, not to APC, SLPP alone get every political party, because now we as political parties, the 17th, now we shape the political, you know, environment of this nation. So for me, anytime we issue happen politically, it's only gonna be APC, SLPP. Me, are they against that? And I will never support that, because every political party is equally important for determining how would they go forward politically. But I haven't said this. I remember say I attend 2 or 3 meetings where I see APC then in the numbers, where we go, we talk around the constitution. For me, the discussion being so frank, you know, I go tell you, say somebody from the APC, even say, Pari, and I not be no say that, so you open-minded.
Because the reason why I ask you, on a party already gets a position, the opposition self gets a position.
So that's what I'm
and
coming
this
to.
conversation and go for take to the well and get for decide.
That's what I'm coming to. So everybody will get a position. So when we reach now the discussion, you know, somebody from the APC, I think I mean they lead the APC delegation, said, you know, I need to discuss now, now for give it time, now we'll go back to party there. So I been get for say, look here, we are here to negotiate. You party for don't give you the flexibility for negotiate on their behalf. Or else if you say, we will talk, you go back, you go report, then give you other instruction, we'll not go proceed on anything. You know, as a negotiator, first and foremost, waiting the group they tell you. They say, go and negotiate on our behalf. This is our position. However, you get the luxury of flexibility for make sure, say, you consider reasonably waiting good, so you go carry report waiting good to we. So I feel, say, it was very frank at that time. We'll discuss almost all the issues were being very contentious in the Constitutional Amendment Bill. And as far as me concerned, we'll be reach a decision, you know, a bipartisan decision on all of the issues there. And we all left the meetings then very satisfied. So I not expect any too much push and pull to the parliament, except otherwise because we are, you know, dealing with politicians. But as far as me know, when me represent my party, in their discussions there, we've been done meet at a consensus on most of the, well, all of the issues. Because I know say the most contentious issues we are the PR, the search and nomination committee issues, then kind of thing. So these were most of the contentious issues. And as the two parties women members said in the day, we did not agree on almost all of them here. And therefore, I feel say parliament for just translate now waiting, because most of the issues brought up were brought up by the APC. So if me, we been represent SLPP, be not going at that meeting, and we all don't agree, I can report back to my party agree with the decision where I take on them behalf, I feel say today for be a smooth process.
All right, Honorable. We will come back to you. Lord, just bring in Madam Femi Claudius Cole. Like I said earlier, you know, one of the politicians, them, we don't be very vocal since the entire process of this constitutional amendment talk start na the country. Today, finally, the AG, they go back na parliament. And MPs then for begin to get some of the proposal them where it makes say therefore amend and adopt inside the 1991 constitution. Firstly, what does this entire process mean to you as a politician?
Wow. Firstly, when you change constitution in a country, whether you amend them, you change them, or you take parts of them and change them, you always get for look, say, these changes where we they make. It is strengthen with democracy. It is strengthen the people's choice, the people and say inside the government, because the constitution are the people's document, not to parliament and get them. Now we all get them. So when this change they come about, we they put the people then first for see how these documents get for affect people then. And the 108 that Honorable talks about, very clear. And it say parliament then get the right for make now then job now they for make law and oversight, etc. Then get right for make law. Now then power than the way then get as parliamentarians. But the 108 way Honorable refer to also make a certain condition. He say if that law where they want make therefore affect certain areas of we life, certain areas where then call entrenched clauses them, where therefore impact how we they vote, how we elections they go, how the presidential nomination, how would that the big anything for do with we election. Then key parts then they. Parliament go look am, yes. Parliament for vote, yes. And when parliament votes, then forget 2/3. Majority for say yes, we all agree for these changes we will make. But then particular lawyer, especially the law with the impact we election, is say back, if they don't agree, say yes, this law for change. In order to stop with the parliamentarians, we when are the people and we then lawyer get for affect and impact. Then get for grand canto with the public. Let we self look the law and we self the vote say we agree for let them change it. And the reason we make when they say for rights position paper or other way object, I think to say if not to mean at the first person, I mean at the second person where we objection go to, I think it was the secretary of the president in office, Nade Okeango, or parliament, I can't remember. Anyway, now we send we on. And the reason why was when I carefully read through this bill, I think I take nearly 3 days at Sidom I go through line by line for see certain things and then where will they change, why we want for change them. Is it to benefit the ruling party? Is it for benefit the people? Now who that we want for change their lawyer for benefits? And one thing where me go ask, I go also support for say let all man pull in party hat during the debate. Let them wear the Sierra Leone hat and let them wear the hat for the people that way not get power for make their voices be heard, for let them go invite and kind of station, etc. etc. So then get for look all around how then get for impact the people and the law way they can change. How it get for benefit generations yet unborn. Because you know they make law for today, make amendments today for your convenience. Parliamentarians and get for sit down and think say, if not to be there in power, how then lawyer go look? So you get for take a more objective lens for look then lawyer say, if not to be there in power, then lawyer so go find for we. Or you not go find for we. If you not go find, then it go find for the people. And I don't know if you want to begin going into the details of this amendment, but there's one particular thing where they want change. We go make a question the authenticity where they come from the AG. The first one now, why you want for put on the law say if for be PR, proportional representation for the form of elections who they can get permanently. What to make I go say that they question the authenticity, the loyalty with that law they carry with. My own suspicion is that this law seems for one for protect power. Where they now, the government as it is. Why I for make that argument today? For years, we don't use first past the post. We don't use 55%. Would I get 55 and above, more than 55, becomes the president. It don't say where anybody able to forget 55. 9 times out of 10, we they go runoff. And once we go to runoff, then the 51% kicks in. Would I get majority, basically, go win the seat. When the government first proposed this, PR, literally, they just throw away PR per week. It was their way or no way. So we don't get an experience of one PR election. We see what's in been the downside of that PRD. Then do a survey. Some of us were unaware of the survey. As he says, most of the meetings then are APC and SLPP no more. We are not invited. We are not included as other political parties. That is an argument for another day. So when they say they do this survey, they had a meeting at Bintumani where we all go there for discuss this PR of first past the post. And as sit down at the hall, I listened to the presentation from different people. And the consensus was they did not want PR. Interreligious Council gave a presentation. Council of the Paramount Chiefs gave a presentation. New gave a presentation. And everybody's take was, we don't want PR. 55 or how many percent voted for first past the post. I think 30 or so percent for PR, a combination of the two systems, PR and first past the post, and about 10%. Now no more say we want PR. Why then did that issue find its way into the amendment? That means to say, una don't ask the people, and the people say we don't want PR. But it has found its way back into this document. Why is it dangerous? If you make law for we all, for the people, for the next generation, you get for take into account the culture, the country where we dey. You get for look waiting don't happen now after all don't use that PRD. Are we more democratic? Are we more inclusive? With the PR, they went from having 4 political parties there now parliament to only 2. So the argument that PR is inclusive is busted right away. And people when they vote, they elect for Sabi, and we are a cultural society. As much as the parliamentary duties are specified, culturally, where anything they want you, the first person where they want to now you councillor or you to your MP. So people identify with their parliamentarians. What in PR they do, they remove the people's choice from say we want this, we don't want this. It gives the power to the political party. So whoever na the highest donor, whoever na the most popular inside party, now in them they go na the list for PR. But when they ask people, and people they say no, we not like PR. Because some areas and then now where all the parliamentarians and from a certain district, they all reside or live in one area. So some areas and you walk around in this country, ask people who are the parliamentarian, they don't know. They don't vote for them. Na party no more than vote for. So if the people say we not like this system, why they want like we want give person beat American? They don't put on a spoon and say power pan and we forget. And for put PI inside this now one thing. Let us say they vote for them. Whichever means they use to convince those, that thing they get for come back to with the people. And knowing say una they try for amend areas they when are entrenched clauses. Una for them begin to public awareness. Una no get for sit down up na parliament so una self una pass their laws there where the constitution the very 108 say una get for talk to the public. The public education been for don't start long ago. For let people begin broken down na the vernacular, the different languages. Let all man know what's in una one change. That has not started. So I'm curious for see waiting at the debate where they get for do inside parliament and see, I'm curious to see how this parliament will vote.
Would I bring you in, Honorable, in a situation like this where you don't hear from Madam Collins submission for enough feel say the PR gets any business right now in the constitutional amendment process, and for maybe surprised where you see the AG taking part of in proposal them where it go with the parliament. In instances like this, how parliament for look inside some of the issues there, because one of the people always send a position paper to parliament, and if majority they comment or get concerned about this PR would they part of the amendment bill now, what in parliament supposed to do as part of the procedures?
Thank you very much. Firstly, I've been just one beg for make not going to a dialogue with Femi, because I feel say my responsibility now yeah quite different from a responsibility. Okay, because I feel say I there with a clear mandate for can look at the parliamentary processes. On issues, they are political parties and Sierra Leoneans then they all don't do their position papers, and I should say they before parliament. Once parliament they look at this, they go consider them position papers. So I really not one delve into the issues there, but I want really confide myself within the issues of talking around the parliamentary process, how the voting go and that kind of thing. Because I feel say that go do Sierra Leone well if Ingo they talk around position papers and issues of concern to me as a political party and the people of Sierra Leone, whilst me go the vet for make Sierra Leone know waiting for be the procedures, how they get for vote on the
So
constitution.
waiting at the process for let MP then take out certain clause them where they feel say this the people they don't want and not reflect to waiting with representative they want.
Okay, so I like that question. In a journalist complete. Even when I don't balance the question, you don't bring her other way. When we bring her other way now, the answer are now within the context of me mandate what they are for. So the process of passing an amendment to the constitution, like what have been saying, governed by section 108 of the 1991 constitution. And this get two track. You get what we call the general rule section, where specifically they deal with all provisions we not entrench. And now then they in the majority. So the constitution, you get plenty provisions we not entrench. In other words, for make it change, they only need 2/3 of parliament. Because constitution are the only bill with simple majority in a parliament or the change. So for like constitution change, it therefore be voted on by 2/3 of all. The word here, the imperative word is all. 2/3 of all members of parliament. So it's not like in other cases inside the constitution where the constitution will say 2/3 of members in parliament. So like the last term on the Auditor General, Speaker do a very clever ruling because he say they talk of a place. So on the Auditor General, I say 2/3 of members in parliament, meaning members where they inside parliament at that time. But for this, he say all members of parliament. So that whether you are in or you are out, whether they compute the 2/3, now the total number of MPs then they take. Okay, I'll come to that computation. But the constitution can never be passed without 2/3 of all members of parliament. So that are in the ordinary rule. But when it comes to the entrenched rule, there is one for the step. Haven't voted, all members of parliament not vote. It now goes to the people. Because let me tell you, a very interesting, in the constitution, we'll get two things where they look at. The first thing where they look at waiting at the technical or legal issues. So for past mere technical or legal issues of a constitution, not just by 2/3. But when you really now come to the issues we get for deal with very hard changes to things like term limits of president, of parliament, fundamental rights of the people, the structure of government. People of Sierra Leone forget a direct say in that. So even when they create representative democracy, the drafters of the representative democracy also say, even though it is representative, we vote for we representatives and for go representatory, but there are certain aspects of state governance where we as the people also for determine how they go. So this na in make inside the constitution they say anything we get for deal with NTR is entrenched. So parliament alone not go change her until the people themselves get there, you'll see. So 108 is clear, and ASOLEC 108 of the constitution will make person not go grab no more overnight because I get majority in parliament. They can't sit down and say, hey, parliament, I can't vote one like this happen. Okay. So now, if we don't say this, we also get what we call the steps by which a bill they become a law. Whether it be a constitutional amendment bill, a bill for health, etc. So we get the steps there. What are the steps? Step 1, we'll get it and call bill introduction. When I get for introduce the bill. So what did this mean? It means say the amendment, if I don't write into what you call a bill, a constitutional amendment bill, and you don't gazette and you don't send that to parliament. And normally, on constitutional amendment bill, the ministers and kick care and parliament. That don't mean say private individuals through the MPs not also get the right for carry a constitutional amendment bill to parliament. Okay, so you know in parliament you get you call a government bill and a private member's bill. A private member's bill na the one where na MP the sponsor. When I remember who in the parliament the abortion bill, we also remember the CHO bill. These were all private members' bill. So when they don't care and go parliament, then they do what we call the first reading. Waiting at the first reading. First reading, because any lawyer they carry parliament and they read it. You get first reading, second reading, committee stage. Well, sometimes they can say report stage. They will get the third reading. So for the first reading, they just they go, the minister team up, they read the bill in title. You know, like for, in this case, he goes, say, the constitutional amendment bill, you been say 2025, yes, now 2025, they make care, but then they pass it now 2026. Because you can pass the 2025 bill in 2026. So you go read, say, the constitutional amendment bill 2026, being an act to amend the constitution and give blah, 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 and that kind of thing. That's all he go do. That not the first reading. No vote is taken. Nobody not the vote on it. No vote. Because that thing, they go introduce in the pilot, etc. But after that, they now go to the next stage when at the second reading. Waiting at the second reading. The second reading, the minister, they come now and say, I move that this bill entitled the Constitutional Amendment Act 2026 be read the second time. So once they don't propose the motion, the speaker now puts the motion. Honorable members, the question is that the bill entitled blah, blah, blah be read the second time.
Now that happened today.
Now that happened today. So once speaker don't put the question, a vote is taken. So at this level, 108 say, for like a bill be read the second time for the second reading, there must be a vote. And that vote should be 2/3 of all members of parliament. So all the members of parliament for don't vote say, yes, we agree say this bill be read a second time. Okay? So once that vote is carried, then the second reading is carried. But during the second reading, look what's in the happen. That is really where people now get into the bill for really begin talk about in a debate form. Okay, the minister will now come, he go explain the bill. This is when the minister, they explain now the bill and all the processes. You know, that process is what they call the object of the bill. So they tell you what's in the bill there for, why they bring which kind of consultations they don't do, you know, waiting the people they say during the consultation, they bring all of them in. After that, then you see the members, they grab one after the other, then they debate. Now that sense somebody go grab, he say, for me, this if I know, but this not fine. For me, this not fine and this fine. Then get the freedom for debate. So once they don't do that debate day, then the bill they now move to the committee stage.
So all this way they happen today now, this particular time where they go vote for agree for the second reading of the bill. Any lobbying get for take place, or the minister we can bill can don't lobby them?
So the minister in lobbying are the statement where they make. So you therefore influence the MPs for believe say that bill we don't care, a good bill for Sierra Leone, and therefore the MPs for vote overwhelming for the 2/3 so that the second reading they pass. Because if they not vote for the second reading, it will not pass, and therefore they should vote. And as far as me know, with the negotiation we'll be not going to, I feel say because we be not agree on almost all the things, I feel say the second reading will be an easy one. Okay, so once they vote the second reading, it now goes to committee stage. Where committee stage now, then now they scrutinize the bill, word by word, line by line, sentence by sentence. Now then they dot the T's, the I's, then cross the T's, then change the legal language. Then now the parliamentary process. Nobody not get decision over that now in a parliament.
But if possible, let it all happen in one day.
Well, you know, because the bill are not say like a bulky one, it's possible that happen in one day.
So then they break to committee stage.
No, well, so for a bill like this, with a constitution, they can never break into individual committees. It will be a committee of the whole house. This is a very important bill. This bill, the bill for amend the constitution, the bill for appropriate money for the state, the committee of the whole house. So this now the time where you go see the whole house sit down, you go see like the parliament seat, but not to parliament. This now the time you see them go pull the wig then at the head. Speaker go announce, say the house constitute itself into a committee. So once speaker don't announce that, not to parliament sit down again, a committee sit down. But they know the grapple, and you go see Alex in a parliament city, and the sergeant at arms go now cover the maze. Because by then, not to parliamentary authority they again. Now, just a committee now they sit. But they not go come on at the chamber because the chamber ain't big and I go take them all. Because the ideal thing is, when I go move out of the chamber, when I go in the committee room one, but they not go able to sit down in that way, we go give them that flexibility for able to talk on the bill. So then they still sit down at the chamber, but not to parliament seat at that time. It is a committee of the whole house.
I beg, I know one for take on a rain, but I get a key question. So that first vote, if them fail to forget 2/3, what's in the appeal? That's one question. Then the other question is no answer than the first.
I like, you know,
the very first vote.
No, I like the question. No, that's it. I like the question, and I'm happy when you don't be part of the journalist. So at any stage of the bill, if the vote is not carried, it's done.
Then, so the 2/3 is assessed by voting, by paper, or the ayes have it?
Okay, so now 3 ways then they vote in parliament. And the procedure say, speaker, now go determine how then they vote. Because the standing orders get that right. However, Section 108 of the Constitution make it clear, we campaign the Constitution, Amendment 1, the provision of the Constitution on voting, they take precedent over the provisions in the standing orders. Now, only this term the Constitution say, me Constitution, that procedure we made an outline. Even though the standing orders, now they regulate how Parliament they run. But for the purpose of amending this Constitution, waiting me prescribe as Constitution, now go stand. And waiting the Constitution prescribe, they say 2/3 of all members of Parliament. That don't mean say if provisions and then are the standing orders, where clearly they now define how the voting they go, they not go adopt how. Now only provisions in the standing orders where some go against. Say for example, you say 2/3 of all members of Parliament. Then the standing orders sometimes talk now some side way say, well, Speaker go determine how they compute the 2/3. The Constitution go say no. In this case, as long as the Constitution, now 2/3 of all
So in
members.
this case, the speaker will get more powers today.
In every case, because the speaker now the arbiter of parliament, the speaker now they sit down and they determine how it will direct the affairs of parliament. Then the speaker, I'm not telling you to make the speaker so powerful in parliament. The Constitution specifically will be 86 to I can't tell 86 anyway. The Constitution say whilst parliament sits, any ruling where speaker give on procedures, that ruling cannot be questioned into by any court of this land, not even the Supreme Court. As long as that ruling on matters of procedures, the highest court of this land cannot question that. You don't understand?
And you know that you can ask that question because if you say the ayes have it, that means to say the speaker get for you before you're waiting at 2/3, waiting at 1/3.
No, so make a come to that.
So I appreciate
So for this kind of voting, definitely the general rule is voting in parliament is done by posing the question and members responding. So definitely, even though voting 2/3 cannot be determined by voice collection, but I bet you the first question will be put and voice will be collected. That are the first. However, it not stop there. Because the standing orders in self say, if they pose question, then they respond. Inside this response, any member of parliament can grab and say, me, I not agree with this voice collection. So I don't physically vote. The standing orders clear about that. And once that happens, speaker can now say they then close the doors. Then close the doors, they ring the bell, then they can do physical voting. Because
we will go watch will be asked out.
Well, if una then at the gallery, they not go ask una out. But if somebody there within the chamber for me not disrupt the voting, you know, in voting, that not the polling station, they not go want somebody for candy around the way something in not to MP then call the whole paper.
Honorable, the question we
so
me ask on the voting, not to don't clear.
Okay.
Is it that the speaker just they say the ayes have it?
So this is what you have.
Then they go be normally we can see boxes in the parliament.
That's it.
Then vote secret ballots.
Khadija, for vote na parliament as speaker they determine how they vote. And I don't think it's in a 3 form of voting day. Either by voice collection, by physical ballot, or by electronic voting. So speaker at any one point in time and get the right for determining how parliament they vote.
So today if speaker say nah the ayes have it, nah that then they go and vote.
That is very correct. However, I want to let you understand. However, when speaker don't collect voice, if for example he say the ayes have it, then any member of parliament thinks say that not correct, they get right for rise on SO 46. And say, me, honorable this, they move a motion for division. And parliament will call voting division. And once that happens, nobody need deprive her of that right. Then they go vote. However, in my estimation, I will tell you now, anytime 2/3 voting come na parliament, the reasonable direction for go na physical voting.
Yes.
Because you're not going to collect 2/3 through voice collection. So me know say in the wisdom of the speaker, we me know say inside na a parliamentary guru haven't gone through parliament for terms. I know say today, just for satisfy the first part, he go definitely put the question. And anytime you put the question, you go collect the voice. But in more sanction that then do physical voting.
Circumstance them where public opinion not agree with building working on parliament. For example, this one where the attorney general also where plenty civil society believes this issue they get for do with the PR when the conversation be they go on. people and prefer the first past the post, but when the documents appear, now the PR system seem for the day. How members of parliament then can ascertain say this bill where this person bring come, it gets the majority view from the public.
Okay, so it's simple. MP themselves don't do them consultations. Remember this bill? It don't do in parliament almost how many months now? It's 4 months.
Been long, yeah.
Okay, so MPs themselves get the responsibility, then don't do all them consultations, plus all the position papers where Femi and others don't send to parliament. Now there is a committee in parliament where they call the legislative committee. The responsibility of the legislative committee, now then really they look at laws. So then go don't take all name estimation of I'm not there, so I don't know. But now that's not the ideal process. Then we don't take all of them position papers there, plus all of them consultations where the MPs then don't make, then don't write into a report. So today, if that happen, you will see the chairman of the legislative committee will rise during committee stage for read a report. They will rise. If that is the case. So I don't want to make anybody feel say parliament ain't considered here. Position paper are very strong when it comes to parliamentary processes. And most of them position papers here, they defend themselves inside the constitution or the bill during committee stage. Because committee stage now the only stage that where members of parliament get the flexibility for even change the whole provision. Or for killer, automatic, say this provision, no want that.
So
like
public opinion really counts.
It counts. This is a very dynamic, I don't tell you, see. The MPs there, that red, that green, that blue, that yellow hat, for the inside the closet by now. By now, the hatchway for the on are the green, white, and blue. So it very count. And I urge each and every MP, for now, if you're not wearing the green, white, and blue hat, wear it now. Okay? You the woman, if the hat not they tie the green, white, and blue and kitchen. Go to parliament as a Sierra Leonean and make sure say this bill where they amend the constitution be for Sierra Leoneans. And I tell you, at committee stage, plenty things will change. Because they will be influenced by these position papers, they will be influenced by the constitution, by the consultations with themselves, as MPs don't do, you know, etc., etc. Let's give them time. Me, I know say these are professional lawmakers, and law will open pray say they are up to the task, and me, I trust in the parliament, and I know say they will do it well, especially when me convinced say it's gonna be bipartisan, because the two parties don't sit down and don't look at the issues, and they don't agree on the way they agree on, they don't kill the way they kill. So if we go, I feel say it will be simple process, and we go through the committee stage. After the committee stage, we'll go to the third reading. The third reading, basically, then the vote back. So in parliament, I have to take the vote on constitution for like it really become, you know, like the bill become an act. So at the third reading, then go do the same 2/3 vote today. Then go do the same 2/3 at the third reading. Once they vote at the third reading now, then the bill don't pass. But one thing I also get to understand, probably people not pay attention to that. This current bill, it get 2 or 3 provisions were entrenched. So somebody go begin ask question, what will become of it? Because this bill go parliament as bulk. So you are not going to treat it provision by provision. You are going to treat it bulk. Okay? So for we discussion, at that level, we'll be say anything we get for do it entrench. Let the expunge and come out.
Now the negotiations.
That is where to negotiate.
Both the APC and
yes.
What are some of the things that we entrench?
I'm not going to recall now, but I remember say fixed term.
Section 32, changes affecting the Electoral Commission, changes affecting Parliament and how MPs are selected, changes affecting presidential elections and election disputes, changes affecting political parties. Those are all entrenched.
So the point at
but
issue.
But now they don't agree say today we then go.
Anything we get for do it entrenched clause.
Are you satisfied with that negotiation, Femi?
That is at negotiation.
Let me promise to give you $10,000 who come on our studio. Not when you see the cash, you're gonna say I promise for
this
you.
This for do trust issues with you and then two political
let us go. Let the process play out. How I go don't say agree? what they've agreed back home, you never know what.
But he is sitting here, although you're not there in that capacity.
He's
but
not. So he was not. He wasn't part of the
ruling
negotiation.
party.
But
He said,
it will
"Nah,
come
he
out."
don't represent the party. They don't agree say anything when I entrench clause. We're gonna parliament today. Therefore, pull and come on.
Well, let us see it being pulled. Come out.
Okay. So yeah, you're very correct.
But I'm not going to bet on something that I haven't seen. It's an agreement that has happened in the back doors. But in the happen today now, they happen in full view of we all. If what he's saying is a fact, it will come out like that. That means to say that PI is gone. So from that point there now, to me, I begin to see that we are now centered on the citizens. You understand me? So the proof of the pudding is in the eating. I said this soup sweet. You go say yes, it looks sweet, but you don't know if it's sweet or fast sweet taster.
But a whole secretary general of a political party can't be sitting
But he's not.
here.
But he's now a former, so he don't give you the process.
No, in a
I support.
current secretary general
I
of
will
the
be
party,
very happy.
and go representing party.
I will be very happy.
Okay.
I will be happy if that negotiation has happened.
So let me repeat myself. At the negotiation level, we be agree say anything we get for do with entrenched clause should be expunged. Done our agreement. We have sent the bill to Parliament. It's now in Parliament, and all of us,
And when you say we and us, now other than.
we and APC we meet.
Okay.
So we been getting responsibility for talk to we MPs and say, this is the position we don't agree on. APC said been get the responsibility. As far as me know, we don't talk to we MPs. And that is our position. Okay? Now, at committee stage, now they didn't go expunge, now they didn't go include, etc. So I'd expect say today at committee stage, anything we get for do with entrenched provision will be expunged. That is what I
Is the PR
expect.
part of that?
Yes.
As
The
entrenched.
PR, yes.
Well, I not to want comment into the PR. Okay.
No, PI is an entrenched clause.
So they come out.
I not to
It is.
hello. I not to want comment on that. But waiting me go say emphatically is anything we entrenched will be expunged.
Including the PR.
Let me repeat myself. Anything we entrenched will be expunged.
So we're not going to have a debate as to what is an entrenched clause or what is not an entrenched clause.
We'll be there about
It is
to
clear.
explain.
Okay, we'll have patience.
So
Sorry, sir.
anything we not entrenched clause in the constitution, we then don't bring as part of this our agreement with the APC. Now that we go expunge them and left her for such a time, we will look at those entrenched clauses. Okay?
So now both parties on top to
Now that we agree on, and it is expected that APC for don't go talk to the MPs. We already don't talk to our MPs. Say anything we entrench in this particular bill, we then don't carry Parliament, may they expunge them.
So the fear where some of una get, based on waiting Honorable Parandon talk, una for
But
just
Honorable Paran was being very diplomatic. If you observe, he said, they talk.
no, but he laid the facts bare.
No, yes, I agree. But it says the entrenched provisions include Section 108 itself. You can't change them. It's an entrenched clause.
You're not going to change one.
Presidential and public offices, Parliament, elections, the judiciary, public finance institutions, which again he mentioned, the Electoral Commission. Why should PI now inside the PID? So let us wait and see.
No, Femi, let me repeat myself. I don't talk. Like what I say initially. Me and the dialogue on this because you get a special mandate, me get a special mandate. All waiting me go report, now waiting me know. And waiting me know now that anything we get for do it entrenched clause in the in this particular amendment where they don't bring to Parliament will be expunged and included in a second bill of entrenched clauses where probably if time they will be brought to Parliament.
Okay, now I understand you. So that's I say
If time they, yeah. So that is the point, yeah.
Even the AG self talk yesterday, because this guy forget he say he spend the entire weekend na he retreat with the MPs and they don't get any negotiations. We don't get the understanding now.
Okay, well, we will see, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. So we will see.
So if all anything are the entrenched clause there, because most of you concerned and surround them.
Yes.
If they expunge NTD and amend the constitution, will you be happy and hopeful for a better Sierra Leone?
I will be hopeful. Happiness is a little bit more complicated. I will be hopeful. Thank you. Give me the option of my happiness and my hopefulness. I will be hopeful because that will mean that somebody is listening. And it is very important for we listen and, as you said, pass laws that will positively impact our people, not just impact our political parties. Rightly, as some people say, the old man pulling hat, whatever color hat, and really focus how these laws are going to affect Sierra Leoneans when we are dead and gone. If you are going to make a law or amend a law, let it be a good one. We will benefit Sierra Leoneans long after we're gone. So I agree. If those entrenched clauses, will they address them at a later issue, fine. Because if they want them in for the inside, and I'm a little bit disappointed at the AG too, in including those, his team should know better. That these are entrenched clauses. So when you put her inside, is it that we wouldn't notice that it could all sort of pass and, no, it cannot happen. And I'm even surprised. I go like for the Honorable Self explain to me what happened when they did the PR. Shouldn't that have been for us, the public, to get a bite on it? Because the PR was literally where is opium and turn inside Uswela. That was what happened with the PR in 2022-2023's election. We virtually the day where then for tell we na PPLC meeting, na ECSL, the Wednesday's PPLC meeting. When we go that meeting, they had 2 armed soldier men with guns standing outside the conference room. I'm like, what is this? We only lamna for can't tell we say it is done and dusted. Na PR uda no like a go jump over Ogu Bridge. So you know that it is a sensitive issue. That's why there were policemen, soldier men that day. So if they're being expunged, then part of the problem is now being solved. Then we are hopeful. And as he said several times, some of us were excluded from those negotiations, from those things. Where he say, if finally they include we all, and not all of us are in APA. So it's good to have other voices. Because me, I can wonder, say, why we write position paper? What became of it? Even if say somebody just say, let we carry from una, we write position paper. That never happened. But he's assuring us now that it was considered in the committee. So we are hopeful. I don't know who say we are happy, but we are hopeful.
Honorable, coming back to the process then, you don't explain how the entire process get for go. And you believe, say, the speaker in wisdom go make them vote if he reach to the stage through a ballot. And if he reach to that stage through a ballot, is it going to be a secret ballot?
Yeah, ballot is secret. When you say ballot, that's secret. So definitely then go vote and it go be secret voting. And if they do secret voting, out of the 149 MPs, rough 9,900 for don't vote in favor, okay, for make it become law. Probably the only thing we may not clear about now is the standing order is very clear about those persons we probably not present, but then take official permission from speaker, and speaker grant the permission. Okay, so the question we will go ask is, will they be allowed to vote? Because Parliament, the standing orders make provision for electronic voting. So, that's just the wise thing for we go happen. Since they are MPs and it is recorded that they take official permission and speaker grant that permission and there is evidence to that, I feel say allowing them to vote mean a lot. But it should be electronic and the standing orders clearly define how you vote electronically. It says it should be published through a a projector or sort of in the chamber of parliament. Not who say you vote, then they publish. Whether you vote yes or no, not when they publish. But then they publish say, Honorable Khadija Bangura has voted for the motion. Then they don't mark one electronic voting. Okay? And that kind of thing. So, for me, probably, with me experience within the parliamentary setting, I go encourage speaker, since he get a power, and the standing order is also clear about that. Because you must get people who sick, not go present, but are the right for vote on this constitution. You get the one that will probably even there on official assignment for parliament. Remember, I say parliament the parliament of Sierra Leone belong to 6 different parliaments, which at any one time, then they send MPs then they for go sit on there. Are you gonna deprive that MP of the right for vote on this constitution? Then they all are just thinking aloud. But probably if I were in the position for determining, and for them say, okay, since electronic voting is part of our laws, we will allow them to vote electronically, but we'll go through the prescribed procedures. We say you for mount, a television or a projector, and when the person vote, the whole parliament for no say, Honorable X don't vote. So, you not just go sit down at one corner and say, A, B, and C, then they vote to. No. If I clearly be displayed, so we know say they vote. Not to who side they vote or how they vote to, but for sure say they have voted. So, yes, I feel say the speaker, then our common sense. No way, not the way they go put I on A for 2/3. How do you determine 2/3 from I on A? It doesn't work. Exactly. So, for like you really determine the 2/3 you get for physically vote because you need that. Okay, on a conservative note, you need 99 votes. But because half Motamano, then you need 100 votes.
100 votes from both parties.
Yeah, not 100 votes from parliament.
Okay.
For ladies be carried.
For the 2/3.
Including the paramount chiefs.
Everybody when I MP, now 149 MP day. So if now be 150 MP day, now automatic 100. But because I 149, so you dey swing am between 99 and 100. But me, for the on the safer side, let me say 100. Then I'm my opinion. I will say 100. Because if you say 99, then it is going to be 99.5. And the 0.5 and a half Motama, not it. You're either a human being or you are dead.
You been begin comments on the votes we go for happen today if the majority number they're not able to achieve waiting will happen. Is it that they're going to start the process again?
Yeah, definitely, because if at second reading they not get 2/3, then they will have to revote. Because Parliament open to negotiation. So then today, some MP go talk say, well, me as far as me concerned, they not consult well yet. So for today, they vote against the second reading. Then when I stop her, then it can wait to make me not be vote yes. Now because I feel say enough consultation not yet. The speaker gives until say 1 or 2 weeks. When I don't consult back. Then after that they reconvene, then come back to the second reading. And then come back to right now. So until you will be say I'm not convinced, then consult well, don't convince now. So with that you vote, automatically then go get the 2/3. But me really convinced problem not for the today. And the reasons I don't talk about. One, we and APC, because most of the issues were raised by APC. We and APC, under my other capacity general, who I represent my party, don't negotiate this or don't reach an agreement. So because we don't reach an agreement, we feel say most of the things there we don't reach consensus on them. And therefore it will be a smooth process today. So because of that, I know they envisage any too much
but
wrangling.
The public might not be convinced this issue we get to do with the PR. It doesn't fall under entrench, and both parties get a position on this. The APC wants for let it be the first past the post. The SLPP is pushing for the PR system.
Maybe I go tell you, say we don't take a decision on that. Okay? Not to me the parliament, so I not go vouch for waiting to happen at parliament today. But at that level, it was high powered anyway. I remember saying on the SLPP side, I've been did it, the AG been did it, some other 2-3 people been did it on the SLPP side. On the APC side, it was high powered. We been get people like Dr. Richard Conte. We been get Honorable Adel Timbo.
Okay.
We been get 2 or 3 other lawyers from the APC. We been get Adi Macaulay. You know, it was high powered. So not to like 2-3 person go sit down no more. We really negotiate and we all agree.
So the PR they come out.
You know, sometimes waiting when I talk meetings is classified. But waiting me they
Because
tell
when
una.
they ask this question, because in politics, apologies for bringing you small at the politics. Una get trust issues, SLPP and APC. Everybody see how una pass by the tripartite. Sometimes one person they say they back out at the boycotts, the agreement, they don't renege on and all of this. Now I don't go sit down back inside room now too. Una don't tie. Say this for commodity. And then una MP them according to una don't talk to una MP them, there's an understanding. But trust issues they between all two.
Okay, so you know I'm not too late for the comment on tripartite. I don't tell when I say tripartite, not to SLPP. I've been governor of Sierra Leone and APC. They don't even call the other parties and are the political future of this country will be go determine. So me not too late for even talk about that tripartite. But coming to this, now the SLPP and APC.
Where to agree on the PR business?
Okay, so it's classified. We don't communicate unto the MPs. Probably if we not talk to the MPs and go tell now. But me, where sit down here, where I go there, signed to the oath of confidentiality. But I will assure you, say, we all come satisfied. So, in other words, if we all come satisfied, it means say, all the issues where all man in the race will address
And
them.
you believe say una address the interest of the public. Now
That's
in
what I'm
that
saying.
faith today, una all go sign to that oath of
That's what I'm saying. Because APC being in position, SLPP in position, we go first to do disarm. We say, let us disarm in the interest of the people of Sierra Leone. So once we disarm, we'll now put everything on the table and we talk as Sierra Leoneans. And I assure you, say, each and every party will be in the under come is satisfied.
Madam Cole.
I wasn't there, so I'm not satisfied.
No.
You ask me if I'm happy or hopeful, I'm hopeful. So, one thing we me know is PR is an entrenched clause. If it means we have to go to the Supreme Court, it is not debatable. It is not debatable. Anything concerning elections is an entrenched clause. So, the man don't answer we. So, let us remain hopeful. Let us not begin to be happy. Let us just be hopeful. You know the fight again. But
What are your expectations for today?
when it comes to the Parliament of Sierra Leone, I can like for contain me expectations. And I will evaluate
All right, Madam Femi.
what I witnessed.
Quickly, they cancel you. Like I tell with viewers them earlier.
Question
The
time.
AG been say, we are sure we say he go join via phone or just able to forget him as they rush now for going to Parliament. But quickly, good morning, Alpha Cisse, Attorney General and Minister of Justice.
Good morning, Khadija, and good morning to studio guests and to the people of Salome.
All right. Firstly, today you dey go back na Parliament, and a lot of people don't they see and say today na a big day for go with this proposal and trying to amend the 1991 Constitution. As AG of Sierra Leone, what did this mean for you under your leadership?
I mean, it's a great day, you know. I hope say this na time I go look back on many years from now. Me picking them, me family members, me party them go look back on and say this is a proud moment for we country. A journey where we don't work for more than 20 years. Something where I can look for say every government since the war come to an end agree on say for making 1991 Constitution better. We did take that step there for clear phase one of that process today. But it not go end now because we don't see not only the elections related proposals they come before Parliament today. After that, we will continue with the full-blown constitutional review provisions where the Justice Edmund Cowan Constitutional Review Committee they make. I know say, now any country, each time you talk about constitutional amendment or reviewing any law or policy for that matter, there are times where people will look at them with suspicion, we will get different views. That is the beauty of democracy. That is why we get a democratic process, and that is why we don't rush through this process. We don't get extensive engagements since we lay the Parliament earlier this year. It don't take months. We are in with the engage with the public, they review position papers, and they all long when we come to this day. We say we all can able for things alone and make this about the country. Not one political party, not one individual. We know see the proposals plenty where people can get different views about, but we want people to be assured saying these don't be done in the best interest of the country, not the proposals where the government make. These are proposals where come from two sources, broadly consultative, the Current Constitutional Review Committee, as well as the tripartite process, and then of course it don't be enriched by the various views with the public express, the various position papers where don't be submitted. So yes, I hope say Parliament will vote for this bill today, and that will the bill will come out of this process will be even better than the Parliament earlier this year.
Mr. Minister, now so we understanding say both parties ahead of this particular day today don't agree say entrenched clauses not go for the part of the conversation today. Also the PR system fall in all of waiting for happen today in Parliament.
Well, the PR system, not an entrenched provision in the Constitution. Yes, we agree say the entrenched provisions in the bill for be taken out. We can follow sections 85, amended sections 85 and 87 of the Constitution. We don't care for do it altering the life of Parliament. Yes, we don't say we will take those out. We agree with Parliament, but other provisions and we don't stay. One, not that the PR system go before Parliament. Parliament go get chance for debate time, and members of Parliament who now elected representatives go vote on them. The proposal say we will move from the 55% threshold. Where that's not a proposal where the APC they make to the current constitutional the tripartite process. Today, as one of the things we go do on the floor of Parliament today. We want people to also know say over the past few months we don't get technical engagements because out of the 8 resolutions where the international moral guarantors being announced and communicate, one have been for me we get technical engagement on the constitutional review process with legal experts from the opposition APC. We don't get a lot of their engagements and yes, and these things here. So yes, that don't mean we don't agree on everything. But we all agree saying we elected representatives and we make the right judgments. Then we look at this today. And yes, the government supports the PR system. I think we don't be very public about that for very many reasons. That don't mean say the PR system is perfect. No system is perfect. But we realize say the PR system will strengthen cohesion. It will give a more diverse parliament. Yes, people elect for say, but even now 2023, we will get the PR system now 2 parties in a parliament. That is because we will get a very high threshold. When we don't do all the math, we don't look at best practice in other countries, we realize that if we reduce the threshold, it will create room for me to get more political parties in parliament. For example, in 96, when the threshold will be 5%, we will get 6 political parties within the parliament. In 20, and then of course, as we move on, we don't see the other effects of the PR system. For example, each time we don't practice the first past the post system, female representation, they go down in parliament. Each time we don't practice the PR system, female representation, they come up in parliament. So we say that for matter for the country. We also believe say the percentage of people where they express different political views at the ballot box, their views will be reflected in parliamentary representation. Enough for be a system, we are in an entire district, not just one party, then they represent them. How about all the other voters and whether or not 49% or 30%, what happens to them? We also believe, say, as a country, where go for make decisions on how to allocate meager resources, whether we put them to free education or healthcare or food security, saving funds from conducting regular by-elections is important for a country like Sierra Leone.
Minister,
we also not say yes.
At this stage, now you and your team don't put this document together, and you the champion, and now you go lay na parliament. You they tell the public, so you convince it in the interest of the majority and majority views and voices. Now you can go to the parliament?
Yes, because the whole point they make us also see the bill within the parliament not reflect your individual views. The bill within the parliament gets only two sources. Two sources. If anybody tell you say provisions they outside them two sources and then they lie to you. Source one, now the Justice Edmund Power and Constitutional Review Committee will undertake more than 10,000 public consultations in this country as it distributes over 70,000 forms for people and fill out, receive over 150 position papers and get people and for share their views on the kind of democracy they want. The second one, a tripartite process where we and the APC, but also we get consultations across the country and agree on 80 recommendations. Now, then two things and then two sources and then they don't inform this bill here so. And we believe say there's two systems and then two processes and they really reflect the broader views of the public. Not mean say when I say the broader views of the public, it's 100%. We will always get different views, right? But we believe say it reflects a majority of what Sierra Leoneans want. It also reflects what in the best interest of this country. And as that meeting and me put together, taken from these two sources, draft them into the bill we did before Parliament today.
People like the leader for Unity Party, Madam Femi Claudius Cole, according to he said this particular PR system no get no business for go do inside the things the way they propose to Parliament.
Well, I mean, Auntie Femi very much. I don't treat some respect in views of PC, it really adds to the strength of a political process. So views like that really welcome. We don't get them kind of views and before, but when we clarify how this clearly strengthen with democracy, people that don't get for agree. I don't get people that will get position, will submit position papers, including on the PR process of the PR system. When we sit down in my office, we discuss the pros and cons of it. We discuss the safeguards will go be put in place. We all able come to the conclusion say they make with democracy stronger. And then I feel say the PR system got make it possible for make we get a strong voice like Auntie Femi for the parliament. Because it means say we go create room, sit and make them anyway we say smaller parties able for get the votes for be represented in the parliament in the PR system. We will apply going forward. And they expect for see Unity Party represented by Auntie Femi Claudius Cole na parliament. That will make we democracy stronger. That could make the things that we if they try for CC happen in this country happen even better when it will influence the laws and from the well of parliament.
Quickly, Ed, you know say you busy the rush for go now na parliament, but popular opinion out there na that the SLPP when are the ruling, they push for the PR, and the APC when are the opposition, they push for first past the post. How you go assure Sierra Leonean and this morning say this amendment so they go with na parliament na in nationalistic, they push no political party in interest.
When Justice Edmund Power and Constitutional Review Committee make recommendation for make a transition to the PR system, not to SLPP being in a power, now APC being in a power. Now a process where the APC set up. We undertake all them consultations and then it recommends say the PR system best suited for this country also. Not only because that team they be want to make SLPP benefit. It happens say SLPP respect that process day. SLPP see the good in that recommendation day and decide for take come up. When the women's conference, the National Women's Conference, where a broad coalition of women's groups across the country was coordinated by Campaign for Good Governance. When they get together and present the Women's Manifesto, and then in one of the 16 recommendations where they make, they say for ensure say there is peace and cohesion in this country also. The PR system for be entrenched in the constitution because they say it is important for women. Them when violence they take place, it affects women them more. When you make representation easier in the PR system, it is strengthening women's participation and then they benefit the country broadly. So that is why they made that recommendation. Not only because they feel say it will benefit SLPP or APC, but because they feel say it will benefit the country. And so then the SLPP embrace. Yes, I get people in the SLPP will get different views. I get people in the APC will support the PR system. I've had a lot of meetings with them. The other smaller political parties, I'm not sure that all, but plenty of them, you will say, support the PR system. So this is not an SLPP or APC issue. It is a national issue. When people think salon, people have no say. This is being done in the interest of the country. When conference recommend them now because
All right. Odolos Alpha Sise. That's not the Attorney General and Minister of Justice Alpha Sise. We be the talk to we inside that telephone interview. They, as you all know, this morning 10 it in a parliament for Kego the constitutional amendment bill of 2025. Well, you don't hear from this bill a nationalistic and they push no political party interest. Quickly we wrap up with you, Mr. AG.
Yes.
You will explain. I will ask you the question about the PR system where don't take a center stage. The both political party there now, everybody they say the SLPP they push for PR, the APC one first past the post. How you go make sure say you left a constitution where go stand the test of time?
Well, like I've been say, when the Edmund Cowan Constitutional Review Committee, they recommend, say, make we transition permanently to the PR system. Not so because it feels they go benefit SLPP. As a matter of fact, SLPP not been in a power that time. SLPP was the party in opposition. And the APC been in at the power, and APC then set up that process, the APC then finance some through support from various actors, and our APC then received the report. We recommend some transition. When the National Women's Conference, when a broad group of women's organizations across the country get together, coordinated by Campaign for Good Governance and others, then get together and put together the Women's Manifesto. We identify 16 things inside the Cowan report where they say important for women's political participation. One of them with the list now that for ensuring peace and cohesion in the country, the PR system for be entrenched in the constitution. Not because they feel say go benefit SLPP, but because they can say this is what is good for women of Sierra Leone, this is what is good for the people of Sierra Leone. So SLPP make a commitment because we are a party and government to respect processes. The president even say let's not set up a new process. Let's go with the process with the APC we don't set up and manage because it was broadly consultative. Yes, and then we take that up as a recommendation, right? So that's a government policy. So that is what we have on the table. Look, I get people in the SLPP who will tell you say, oh, these are the concerns about PR. I get people in the APC who will tell you say PR is good for this country. Yes. No electoral system is perfect, but we capture all of these and make sure say there are sufficient safeguards for ensuring the PR system work better. It ensures say we get diversity in political representation. It ensures that people feel represented. It ensures that there's peace and cohesion. It ensures that there's electoral accountability for this country. So we're doing this in the best interest of the country. Not to SLPP come up with this view, we just take and say, yes, it was a good recommendation, and that it's a policy that we could drive. That is what is before Parliament this morning. And of course, like I say, we also don't look at international best practices. Majority of the world's democracies, the PR system that they practice. Majority of the countries, in fact, 9 out of 10 countries, outside people express their happiness about the electoral and democratic system. The PR the practice. So so we are learning from all of this and one for CC we put a system in place we will work for the people of this country. That is what we want make parliamentarians consider today and vote yes for the bill.
All right, many thanks, Mr. AG. We join with this morning for assure citizens then say you go make sure say you amend and then propose earlier with the Kegona Parliament for let them go the part of the 1991 Constitution, then go stand the test of time. That's Nabi Alpha Sise, Attorney General and Minister of Justice.
All right, we'll continue with the show, but before we come back to our studio guest them, I see Madam Cole smile when the AG they talk. We go come back to you shortly, but let me just open the phone line. Let me get the views of the public. Let them tell you waiting to understand then they expect from the members of parliament them this morning at parliament we then go through all this process. The number for you call now +232 74 200 545. It is displaying at the screen where you call. Make sure so you come out near your phone, stick to the topic, go directly and talk to the issue. When at the question where we they ask una, we know say na Wednesday okay open the phone line, but today because of the importance of this particular topic, we say we allow una for call and talk to una members of parliament sim. +232 74 200 545. Now the number where you go call and add your voice to the discussion. Now the studio this morning as we want you talk to your member of parliament. Good morning. You name and also you call from? All right. Where you call, make sure so you come out from your device where you monitor the program on, because we go get negative feedback. Just call, you got 1 minute for talk, direct to the point, tell me what you understand about the process and what's in your expectation for your member of parliament this morning. +232 74200 545. Now the number for call. We got a caller on the line. All right, while we fix forget the callers them for come through, we just want to come over to you, madam. PR system, we get to do the system of voting, not the entrenched clause them. We mean say now one of the things and done the today with the before the members of parliament.
Well, remember a few minutes ago, you were asking me if I'm happy or hopeful. And this non-show say there's no way how they can possibly change a system of an electoral system and say it is not an entrenched clause. It blows my mind. It completely blows my mind. And then kind of entrenched clause, and they're entrenched for a purpose. It means say you get for ask all man eligible to vote. Do you like this system? Forget what waiting you quoting the Kaman report. The Kaman report was a document prepared before the 2023 elections, where the 2023 elections showed us how opaque the PI system was. How they calculate percentage, nobody has a clue. Nothing was transparent. There was no accountability. The threshold of 11.9% was all done with a specific purpose that was accomplished. Where even requests to the ECSL for publish, for let we get numbers in real time for post them on a screen was rejected, because then we want to keep the system so opaque that nobody know, and that is why up until now we have not seen any physical evidence of the data that was collected in order for them and get the apportion the seats the way they were apportioned. That opacity of that system, the way they see clear, like when you go you vote for A, now A win. If any go na parliament not perform, you they pull A. But this system now, when the party line will decide who that they go, and in effect, what we saw was it not been clear, it not been transparent as to how the seats were apportioned. So I wonder whose benefit this is. But you cannot tell me changing an electoral system is not an entrenched clause. All
right, Madam Cole, we will come back to you. Let me just take the calls. Good morning. Your name and also the call from, please.
Yeah, good morning, Mabel.
Your name and also the call from.
This is Ahmed Kai from home.
Yes, please. Speak to the topic.
PR system, the sister, now one of the best systems who honestly need for adopt national. Imagine after 2023 election, one get by election, Halala Nodi, Laba Nodi. What I think so for the top button for reduce the threshold so that other political parties will get opportunity for enter the parliament for form a better debate in the parliament.
All right.
But trust me, PR system are the best.
What's your message to your member of parliament?
Now for encouraging to let them vote in the interest of the bill this morning.
All right, many thanks. We'll take another call. Good morning, your name and also the call from.
Hello.
Yes, please.
Yes, I'm Usman.
Yes, Usman, where you call from?
I call from.
Go ahead.
Thank you for the program. God bless. I will be a member of parliament to conquer. I say about the constitution. First of all, we have to ask ourselves the power system of really based on the premise because the war that will get.
Unfortunately, we will replace the call because we know they get with you they see. Hello, good morning. Your name and also call from?
Good morning. We call from London. Well, thank you very much. As for we the people of Freetown, we don't want the PR system because certain area there we don't know we empty them. And when they say country we need different parliamentarian them to come, but don't give them with problem and tell them waiting at the issue at the ground. But if you know there's somebody where they represent you, so waiting at the thing, and we not get one as alone. We not get one. So let them give it back to parliamentarian them. When we able to talk to be that we not able to meet the president. Let we get somebody where they represent we. We know we issue them that we area. Now that we they ask for, we want the PS system for come out.
All right.
We don't want them at all.
All right.
And some people then are disgraced at the world. Let them come out.
Many thanks. We'll take another call now. Good morning.
Let me get somebody where they represent me.
All right. Many thanks. Good morning. Your name and where you call from? Good morning.
Hello?
Please.
Hello?
Yes. Good morning. Your name and where you call from?
Mina Tijan Lamboy. I call from Berlin.
Good morning.
Hello? Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, please. Reduce the volume of your device where you take for monitor, please. Go ahead and speak.
Yes, okay. I don't put out. I said Mina Tijan Lamboy. I call from Berlin.
Go ahead.
I think in very advanced democracies, the PR system always they work very well. So it's something that I'm really, really very positive about. But the key thing is, what you want to say to parliamentarians is if they don't agree, say the majority don't agree, say in a first past the post we want, then we have to stick to it. Because I think at the end of the day, it's the voice of the people that matter, not to what we think say good or not. Me personally think say PR system will be a better system, but at the end of the day, it's the voice of the people. So let we MPs them vote in conscience and let them vote waiting people think say good for the country.
All right, many thanks. We'll take 2 more calls and cancel we guess them. Good morning, your name and where you call from, please.
Good morning, my name is Mary Lebo. I call from Lombi.
Hello.
Hello, my name is Mary Lebo. I call from Lombi.
Yes, Marian, go ahead.
Yes, we don't want system yet. But I listen to Honorable Saran where it is and they don't already do the work. That means what they go do today are just formalities and no more. We just hope say the other parliamentarians the way they opposition where they not go to the Auditor General. We just want from all man know say that PR system. We no want that. It's not just a work for we at all. Make we go back to the old system. Thank you very much.
Call to go. Good morning, name and side you call from. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, please. Good morning. Your name and side you call from. Yes, please.
Okay, this one I don't feel.
Please.
Good morning, Liberty.
Yes, please. Your name and side you call from.
Khadija,
yes, make your point.
Yeah, I just want to appreciate the two big on the talk about PRC. And I want to say the benefit of the PR will be beneficial for the country because the age they save a lot of money for the by-election. I will remember 2016 they went to by-election and we constituency by Nazareth when a naming current run that by-election lost a lot of life in them. Then kill about 4 or 5 people for that by-election. Meanwhile, they talk to one of the victims of that by-election, the minister by then. The young brother man because of the minister protected. But in the DPC go ahead for the election from Tokadi now, 2015. But since we been get the PR 2023, it's not to be the PR, and now the people of my election as 89 with the honorable Fina would have said in the last month. So the PR, I believe, will be better for this country, not only for SFP, not only for APC, but for we the citizens of this country. We for Kono district, that is the PR system, the proof to go already honorable and put for the PR today. We see that we just want to call it the SFP, not the law. This one not to talk for politics, just about the country. The country to the members to come together, unity, and element to develop. Some of us who don't see the part of the world and see that the part of the Democrats who don't listen.
Call?
Don't know, yeah, we don't begin part of our party, the party.
All right, many thanks. Well, we come to we studio guest them now. Let we get the conversation going. We didn't hear a lot since the beginning of this discussion. We know say the contention where they get for do the one we get for do with the PR system in the first past the post. Another one again when another elephants at the room we get for do with presidential threshold for others for become a president. A lot of things then they happen. Today it's clear, like I've been telling you, this particular clause where you believe say na entrenched clause, it's clear it's not an entrenched clause. You just hear it from the AG. We make a say waiting you they expect, Madam Cole, from the members of parliament then. These documents they go before them today. Waiting you they expect them for do in the interest of the people.
Well, as we don't hear you say there's been negotiation. And we all know in our own context, negotiation between political parties can mean anything. Whether the people were put first, whether it was compromise, me not in another room, they saw I don't know. And now that make them very clear, say, I know they begin happy, where I don't see the actual nitty gritty of waiting the one for go do. And listening to the AG, I mean, I don't know how they can able for make that argument today and stick with them, that you are changing the electoral system of a country, and you are telling us it is not an. Then, if that cannot be an entrenched clause, then what should be? So we probably need for the Supreme Court for clarify: is it an entrenched clause or not? Because open any dictionary, go na any phone, go na any search, Claude, any Google, any search engine, and check what are under entrenched clauses. And there's no way elections not go come under entrenched clause. So. Will they take these amendments and use like plasticine for change them and push them and distort them to suit what we want? And it is clear that the pushing of the PR system is what the SLPP government wants. And it is very difficult then for us to say, okay, worst case scenario, if it's keeping our hats on, let me say we pull the hats. Let us, if we are sure that this is what the people want, then put it to a public debate. Let the public get a bite on it. Because one thing where one caller say, they like for know the MP. And that's myself, they say the MP's role in our own setting, our own cultural setting, it goes beyond the mandated role of making laws, of oversight. There is a personal connection as well between the community and the MP. So what the PR does is they remove Dandy. Other than the you now, other the political party. And I not think to say he writes for let the political, we've seen the evidence of that already. I not think say he writes for let the political party with virtually no consultation with the people for say, who do you want representing you? And being able to hold the parliamentarian accountable. Say, well, if you not do this, we'll not vote for you back. If your interest was all personal, then we will not vote for you. So, and what you are saying with the rest of the world and Sierra Leone, we still collect, put me 5 gallons inside gutter for collect water. Are you comparing us to countries where they turn and tap then they get water? We still endure blackouts. Where other countries they don't know the meaning of, I'm talking in Africa, don't know the meaning of that. So where is the comparison are you making? And how you they apply any situation can work for one country but not work for the other because certain infrastructure just not there. It's just not there. So it's easy for you to say the rest of the world uses PI. Yes, but then compare and contrast the living situation of Sierra Leoneans with the living situations of others. And then I hear the arguments, especially what the AG been they say that the problem with the PI in 2023 was the threshold. Who that una engage with una come up with an 11.9 threshold? Una not talk to nobody? Nobody was consulted? You simply thought of a figure and threw it at us. They literally push and down with it. So 11.9, you're saying reduce the threshold. Reduce the threshold. Which conversation are you having? With politicians, with political parties, with the people. Then when they will understand the significance of a threshold. That conversation, they know they take place. Una go again. They to una self, una think of a number, una can't throw them at people there. I think it is wrong. And that is why I reserve my happiness. And I was saying I was hopeful, but now I cannot even tell you I am that hopeful. We'll go here and see how the conversation plays out. But I think the members of parliament have to think. They therefore think beyond their own parliamentary careers, beyond their own preferences politically, and begin to look beyond their own time, beyond their own life. Are these laws going to be beneficial to Sierra Leoneans in 2030, in 2040? Right. Or are we going to be in the same position, changing those laws? And one thing where they in our constitution that needs to be amended are the powers of the presidency. The presidency in our constitution is way too powerful. Was that addressed? The main focus in this entire bill has been election and election matters.
All right, Madam Cole, quickly look into honorable procedure-wise. Waiting the MP then for use today as a reminder, especially where you start for caution, then say by normal for don't pull in red, and then for don't pull in green, and where the green, white, and blue in terms of the procedure then they use through this entire process. Waiting for serve as a reminder to them for being nationalistic and patriotic.
Well, opinion known. And I just want to remind the MPs and say not to una they draft legislation, but now una they pass into law. And therefore a draft day before una now. But una equally consider the many position papers before una. Then una also consider the consultations una don't do through una people. With all of these, I feel say una go make informed decision. Because Sierra Leone, important to we than any other country on earth. And this constitution they make, if I leave, where you want born Pekin let leave, where you get the belly, you for take all the precautions. You know. So at the caution that the MPs for no say they are representing Sierra Leone and whatever then they do for being the best interest of this country. On procedures, I know say by now I go down compile a report of all the various position papers. And they expect say I go see the chairman of the legislative committee today rising and reading a report to this nation, because we equally need for know whether they don't give position and waiting at them positions. Having said this, I agree say parliament and they make law. Because 103 of the constitution is a parliament and the supreme law making authority. Okay? I also want to caution the people of Sierra Leone say, always who don't say the buck stops with parliament. And at the alone, the constitution give that right for make the law. And therefore, law not feel say in making that law, we able influence the deliberations. Would they influence how then they deliberate? While the time when they deliberate now is left with parliament only and solely. But I just want to caution them again. I haven't served as a member of parliament. I know exactly what it means on the happen. If parliament do good, salon they grow. If parliament do wrong, salon they fail. So I caution parliament for do good. You see how they in this country, especially who we don't pick so. Most times we don't do a lot of wrong to this country. So for now, think say as we they exit, make we remedy the wrongs that we don't do. Because this country, they there for we, they for picking, they there for generations. We get for calm after we don't pass. So now make sure say, now think this country, their wrongs will be done they do. Now who say I do them no more. Okay? Things that be done there in the past where parliament they do were not correct. But I will not use as precedent. Say because it be done they happen, so for continue for like happen. Now make sure to turn a different page because until we all also repent, this country will difficult for like move on.
Honorable, waiting go make Salon win from waiting go happen at Parliament today.
Waiting go make Salon.
Yes.
Now but make the listen to waiting the people say and go by the people. Because now the people now vote the MPs and the MPs are the representatives of the people. So now listen to our people and now do exactly what our people they want. Okay, we all belong to different political parties. But trust me, now we the people in Mag now make up them political parties. So all the influence decisions in parliament, now make sure say we set up as political parties. Now don't consult to membership. Because sometimes we as political parties who can just grab to say that the party position this. How many person can talk for give in your own opinion? We the leaders of the political parties now consider the one and the party position this. Sometimes before they say that the leadership of the party position this. Because most times that they happen. So I just want to caution that MPs will not come out from political parties, but are the people of Sierra Leone that they represent. So I think the people, and as far as me concerned, me on one side I'm Secretary General of the SLPP. But trust me, me on Secretary General and the Secretary General where the things are done. because I know say once I always go say
it's quite interesting for you this morning.
Yeah, I always go say not to SLPP yes alone.
For a very long time, I don't think say in the public or myself personally no envision this kind of parental for a very long time.
Somebody writes na Facebook say
so we get for stop for do wrong.
Honorable, somebody writes na Facebook say it say Parana a very smart guy just like for me carry man business.
So you don't repent because they talk earlier so we for repent. You don't repent.
All the wrong so
You really shock me.
All the wrong.
You don't repent.
Most of who they are so don't do so much wrong to this one.
Of course.
No, so you don't repent.
Me, I don't repent. No, all the wrong.
So you want to say sorry to Sierra Leoneans for all the wrongs where you do in the parliament?
I don't talk a lot. Laurena host me. I say sorry to every Sierra Leonean for everything I do wrong. And me, I don't repent.
So what's this one thing we happen will make you think say it's time for you repent and turn around?
Not to me alone. I know say this country.
Yes, as a country.
Also now we can do wrong to this country. And until we conscious say we do wrong, we turn our backs on that wrong. Then picking they can be a we so. Let them not can copy from we.
I'm just at 2028 they prompt the repentance.
I'm a politician pure and apply.
Okay.
I'm SLPP pure and apply. However, as a politician and SLPP, right. I'm a Sierra Leonean first. And therefore the wrongs we don't do to this country but could stop her. Now say never again wrongs go happen to this country. Because me I trust say the president will get a one they do good to this country. And if we just follow her and make sure say we they listen to her. Because a man, president they say this in they go this way. So now we all make sure say we do the right thing for the betterment of this country.
Alright.
Yeah.
Alright, so the word that Nalande Honorable Parallel Food this morning. He say all man for repent. We all don't do bad to the country because I believe say we generation we picking how they can be anyway deserve better than waiting we go through, because like you always say we go through the hard way. We learn very hard, but we still get opportunity, and today now one of the opportunity then we MP them get for look at the bigger picture. People like Honorable Parantarali say they all for pull them political party less than today and think Sierra Leone. So the entire country they watch on today, MPs. Do ya the future of this country they now and now. If una put for we wrong law then that 1991 constitution, it will come back and haunt we as a nation. So today na a big day for Salon. Everybody, I know say somehow no able go parliament, they tune into the TV, they watch the debate, and now just quickly switch over. Not go nowhere, they can't switch over now na parliament. As Liberty TV they broadcast live the entire debate where they can begin anytime from now. Many thanks to na join we, and also they end this edition of the Breakfast Show. Many thanks to Musa Sao Koma and in team. We support you for bringing this edition come to you. Mina Khadija Bangura, they say, have a good day and keep your eyes on your TV and watch your MP.
All right, well, Mina Mabel Kabade say get a lovely day, and like Khadija say, as soon as we wrap up the Breakfast Show, we bring on a live broadcast from Parliament also, so that you were not the salon or you were not able for make for go Parliament this morning, go know exactly what's in the happen. As we all eyes there on Parliament today for ensure say they make the majority view the interests of the public be heard now the well of Parliament. Have a good day. The world, they move fast, especially in the social media space. Every second, plenty things they happen, but waiting actually you they look for. Interesting story then at the social media where they shape your life. So, not waiting they happen at the problem, but how it affects you. Welcome to Trends. Also, we they bring you the real story them behind the social media noise. From technology, we don't take over the office them. So see them where they happen to we every day. We they dig deep, ask the hard question them but then story here. Join the conversation every Saturday, 10 to 11 o'clock na morning, na all Liberty Online TV platform them.
You are watching Liberty Breakfast Show on Liberty Online TV.